to another California Guy video with your boy California Guy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this video. This video is going to be in response to BIGJXXX. Now, there was a video that Big J did about a month or two ago. I seen the video actually way back, but I took my time to address it because I usually don't come right out and address people till I feel like it. So I don't feel the need to always respond to different YouTubers. I said this year I'm not gonna play into that response stuff immediately, so I let it marinate. Now I listened to Big J's video that he's done for a couple of months. Big J has been in my comment sections, and he's been in other people's comment sections. I'm not going to mention names because it's not necessary to, because they're not bothering me right now. But he's been in other people's comment sections, and he's debated me. He's been on other people's shows, and he's debated me in some chats about coons and pro-blacks and black people. Now, I'm not going to get into this game this year, 2017, about pro-blacks and coons, that saga. Now, only thing I could say about the stuff that he says, Big J says, and there's been other black people on black YouTube and various parts of social media, and I'm going to say it the best way I can say it. When you guys address people as pro-black, which I've been called that pro-blacks don't have no solutions, because I'm going to respond to what Big J said. In my videos, I can speak for my videos, I have made solutions in my videos when I first started being in Black YouTube. When I was on Black YouTube, I've done radio shows talking about Black solutions. I've talked about Black people owning stuff in my videos. I've said those different things. So to get on your video and say that I'm a pro-black that just talks a lot of yak, that's absolutely a fictitious lie. In my own videos that I've done, I've talked about black people breaking into pharmaceutical companies. I just had a debate a month ago or 2 months ago about voting. So, Big J, in your own video, you say I talk about black people not having solutions. When I gave solutions just 2 months ago, that was a debate that I was just seeing about voting. So, what are you talking about? When you say that in your video that, well, and you put my name in it. So I'm only going to address what I don't know about the other black dudes that you're talking about, because a lot of videos I don't keep up with, or some ideologies I don't know. But I know in my videos, you said was no solutions. My message has been concrete, Big J. My videos have always stayed the same. I said to vote. I said that black people need to own stuff. I've talked about black empowerment, and I've talked about black people being in a pharmaceutical company. I've talked about health, and I've even talked about segments of black history. Some videos I've taken down because guess what, Big J? A lot of you black people in the so-called black sector are not interested in black education. You're not interested in building up the community. All you guys do is flock to beef videos. The only person it's only a select few, because I don't want to put their names out there. It's not about them, but it's only a select few that kind of strays on message. They don't really get involved with that. But Big J, I've seen you be on people's shows literally beefing. I've seen you not talk about of anything of any relevance to the black community. All I hear you say in the comment section is that, oh, black people, this is pro-black and coons, they're the same, and yada yada yada. But you can't put me into that category because I've put out videos and I've been on radio shows talking about what black people should do. So that is a lie. I don't sit around fist bumping in videos and saying that what black people. I've offered solutions many times. So that's I'm addressing. So if you go back, and I can re-upload my old videos, and I can put it out there for you to see that I've put out solutions for the black community. You guys only like doing videos and radio shows where they're constantly beefing. Me in my own videos, I didn't do that. So that was lie number one. Lie number two, Big J, that you keep saying in a lot of your videos. You make it be that you're getting targeted because you're different. You're not no thug and all that stuff there. You're not a thug, or you're not from the hood. So you try to make it about you getting picked on. Well, here's my opinion about all this intelligence stuff. There's nothing wrong with being an educated black man or a black woman in the black community. That's facts. So when you go on your tangents in your videos and you talk about, well, these pro blacks pick on me because I got education. I have all this education. So if people in the ghetto or the hood, they just don't like me. Well, I don't know what's going on with you, Big J, in the situation you have in with different black YouTubers. Some of it I'm not aware of. So I can't speak on your personal beast, but you can't condemn black people or condemn maybe some pro blacks because you don't get along with them and then you assert it with intelligence. Because whether you have intelligence or you have no intelligence, it's all about credibility and right and wrong. That's what it's all about. Now, Big J, when I look at your videos and I look at some of the comments that you say, or even on your, or even on people's shows, it seems like you're a troll at times. It seems like you're trolling. Now, there's other YouTubers, black YouTubers and white, that troll too. But it seems like majority of the time you're trolling because some of the stuff you say, when you bring out your arguments, it's almost on a troll nature. That's what I get out of your videos, Big J. And it's like, okay, you say that a black man shouldn't attack another black man. But let me ask you this question, Big J. If you're walking down the street and regardless of color, somebody take a wrench and they crack you with it, then are you going to say stuff about color? Is it a color thing? No, that person cracked you with the wrench because they're a jerk, whether they're black or white. So you can't assert some sort of black unity because some blacks are attacking you or a black man is protecting themselves, and then you're saying on your next breath, well, you shouldn't attack a black man or you're attacking black people when it's all in protection. So that's the argument. That's kind of the debates I see in black YouTube, this so-called black sector, is that a lot of black people keep saying like it's supposed to be some sort of unity. You blame one YouTuber is getting attacked, and because he may preach pro-black unity, on the one hand, you'll say, okay, he's not teaching black unity because he's roasting people, but then he does real talk videos and he's talking about the black community. Then you'll say, well, do you criticize that person's video? And then you turn around, if he attacks you back or he claps back, then you'll turn around and say that, oh, you're attacking another black man. That's the problem that I see in black YouTube, is that, you can't have it both ways. You can't say because somebody's black or you look at the color of their skin that they can't attack back. If I attack Madhead, if I'm critical of Madhead's videos and I say something against his video, I expect him to respond back. Now, it has nothing to do with Madhead's race. It has nothing to do with Madhead's lifestyle. It's just that I responded to Madhead's video. It goes back to a man walking with a wrench outside the door, and he hit you with the wrench. You're not going to think about black unity. You're going to think about protecting yourself. So, Big J, if a man walks down the street and he lunges at you with a wrench, what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, well, he's black, am I supposed to, because he's black, I'm going to talk him down, or you're going to protect yourself. You're not going to look at his color, you're going to protect yourself. So when you use these judgments against other black men, and you'll say, well, oh, this black YouTuber is attacking other black people, but he says he's pro-black. That makes absolutely no sense. But Big J, you say you're the educated one. So just think about that one. If you're going after a black man and you're going to be critical of a black man or a black woman and you throw insults into the mix, because in your video you insulted me. You insulted me when I never insulted you. So think about that. So what does that make you? So you did the same thing that you accused the other person of doing, that you dislike, the one that cooks and roasts you all the time. So you initially did that with me and I'm not going to attack you back. I'm not going to waste time in roasting it because there's too many things. I have too much white supremacy to go against to even play that game. But you did the same initial thing that your so-called enemy that you dislike, or two of your enemies that you, and I'm not going to mention their names in this because it gets out about them, but the stuff you accuse them of, you do the same thing. And so what does that make you? You attacked a black man in his video when the black man didn't attack you. So then the next thing, I said to you, and I think in one of the comment sections, is this. I said, well, it's nothing wrong with being from the ghetto. You was like, well, you're not from the ghetto. And I'm like, good. If you're not from the ghetto, because it's not a claim to fame being from the hood or the ghetto. If you're not from the ghetto, that's fine. But don't put people down that's in the ghetto, because again, until you walked into the ghetto and you lived in the ghetto, not everybody in the ghetto sits around selling drugs and drinking out of mayonnaise jars. You got good people in the ghetto, Big J, that's way more educated than you. So let's not go into this ghetto game. There's a lot of black men and black women that's from the hood. They went to Harvard. Some of them became attorneys. Some of them became Fortune 500 businessmen. I've known some that's done that. So let's not play into this game of being from the ghetto. Because Big J, if you're, I don't want to know your personal business, but you must be a man of means. If you can point out so adequately about people in the ghetto being a certain way and you're not being accepted. And if you're not being accepted by black people, Big J, then maybe you should go to another race of people and they could embrace you if black people don't. Because I question a lot of you. And I said this years ago to, I forgot who it was. It was on, I think I was on a radio show a couple of years ago. And I asked the YouTuber, and I'm like, again, I'm not going to mention the guy's name because he's not said about me. But he says to me, I think I was debating him, and I says, why do you stay in the black community? Why do you do black YouTube or black shows if you have all these issues with black people? See, I question the validity of some of you black men and black women who say that you dislike these certain kind of blacks, but then you're not with the elite blacks or you're not with elite whites. So again, it questions that. But to get back to my original response in my video, those were fibs and lies that was placed in your video, Big J. And I expect a retraction because I, in my videos, have put out solutions. These are facts. And I never attacked you in my videos. In fact, I tried to debate you. And there was another black YouTuber that attacked me actually a month ago, I think, when I was on Mike Mills' chat also. Because the debate doesn't go a certain way, then you get attacked. And see, I see where some of the beef stuff starts at. I'm just a bigger person. I just don't respond back because I don't want to play these beef games on the internet, these little childish games. But Big J, if you want to debate me on some issues, let's debate. But do not make stuff up that I've done. Don't put me in the same box as your so-called enemies and people you listen to, because I've put that stuff out there. In fact, a lot of black people do not like to hear about solutions. A lot of black people do not like to hear about the things going on in their own communities. I've talked about police force and police officers in the communities. I've talked about that. And I've talked about how to deal with racism in different manners. I've talked about the Constitution in some of my videos. Again, some of my videos are taken down. I've talked about the Constitution. And Big J, you want to sit at the table and you want to, and it goes to anybody else. You guys want to sit at the table and debate me on the Constitution and all that stuff there. We could be my guest. We could talk about rights, state rights, and all that stuff there. But let's not make stuff up. Let's not make stuff up. This is 2017. Let's not play this game. Peace out.